Alright, welcome to our hydrogen project. This is what we call Prototype 5. It's about the fifth one that we built. It was built by one of my friends, and I have modified it a little bit. What we have here is basically an electrolyzer that has 4 cells in it. These 2 cells on this side and this side are made of stainless steel plates. The stainless steel plates are just basic kind that you get from the hardware store. They're electrical plate covers. These 2 cells on this side and this side are made of a mild steel alloy. This prototype right here produces about 500 milliliters of gas in 1 minute. It does use electrolyte. Right now we have 1 liter of water in there and 1 heaping tablespoon of baking soda, which is what we're using as our electrolyte. We'll turn it on here just to show you what it looks like, and then we'll take a reading. As you can see, this thing really puts out a good bit of gas. One problem we run into with this one is that it really pulls the amps we're assuming. We can measure the volts, but we don't have a high enough amp meter. We're running it off a 12-volt lawnmower battery. So he's going to take some readings for us and see what we've got here. Another problem we run into with this one is after about 10 minutes, this one begins to get hot, so we have to turn it off. Makes quite a good torch. We're going to show you that in just a minute. We'll hook it up to a bubbler, and we'll cut some small metal for you. Alright, we're back, and we've got Prototype 5 here. We've hooked it up to a bubbler, and we're going to cut this paper clip for you. Not super impressive, but what we've got here is Prototype 5, which produces about 500 milliliters a minute of the HHO gas. We have a bubbler here. The reason you want a bubbler is so if any of the flame gets back in, it won't blow this up. It'll blow your bubbler up instead. We're using brass wool packed in the tip here as a feedback suppressor for the flame if it starts going back in. We're using a bicycle tip that has been cut off here for the torch end. So we're going to fire this up for you here in just a second. It'll take a few minutes to run all the oxygen out of it because it hasn't been run but just a second. And then we'll light the torch up for you and cut this paper clip.
Cool. I'm just going to keep rolling until
2 seconds.
then in the editing phase we can cut.
Okay. Alright.
I just do a fast forward.
What we're doing now is we're going to hook up the electrolyzer and get some of the gas going. It'll take just a minute to get, well, we got some water in our tube here. That may take a minute to get out of it. Once we get the all the air out of here and out of the tube and out of the bubbler here, we're going to light up the torch and hopefully cut this paper clip for you. We've done this several times with this model right here. Once again, we use the bubbler to keep the gas from going back into this part and the flame as well. We have tightly packed brass wool here, here, and here right at the tip to keep the flame from going backwards if for some reason the gas output drops. Usually takes about 2 or 3 minutes, well not 2 or 3 minutes, but it usually takes about a minute or so to fill this area up here, which is about a liter, and get the torch actually running. Once the torch is running, it will probably take a minute or so to cut this paper clip in two. Once again, one of the big challenges we've come through with this one is that this electrolyzer right here gets a little bit hot after about 5 minutes of running. Alright, we have some flame here. I'm not sure you can see it so well from this angle, but the paperclip is already turning red. See if we can get a better angle. Okay, we still not got the best angle here. Let's move it around and we'll get you a better angle. You can see the paperclip is red there. And there we go. It is beginning to cut the paperclip at this point. There we go. It's really cutting pretty good there. As I understand, this is about as hot as the surface of the sun right now. If what I understand about this is correct, we're cutting the paperclip in two right now for you. Alright, we've got it cutting this paperclip pretty good. This is our HHO Hydrogen Project Prototype 5. We also have another video out. It's the HHO Hydrogen Project Prototype 6. It runs with no electrolyzer whatsoever, so please check out our other video that is also available. Once again, that's the HHO Hydrogen Project Prototype 6. And if you have any input on this, send us an email. He's going to melt the anvil for us now, and this will be pretty impressive. Okay, well, maybe not, but please do check out our other video and send us an email if you have any input as to ways we could possibly improve this, or if you have any questions about building your own torch. And as always, please be careful. Hydrogen is explosive. Alright, he's going to cut the paperclip for us again. As you can see, we're fairly successful with that. However, we haven't been able to get it to cut anything much larger than a paperclip at this point. We're going to unhook it because it did get a little warm here.